Patrick here, have Cheetah Will View, and welcome to our channel. Today is Monday, Memorial Day, and what better day to do a Dollar Tree theater entry? Let's see. So anyway, Dollar Tree is a ongoing series that was started by our good friend Hobbs Horror, and we have many people doing it, and you're all welcome to join. Basically, it's any movie that you acquire for $1.25 or less. It can be from the Dollar Tree. It's not exclusive to the Dollar Tree because I get a lot of my deals at the library. But basically, it's $1.25 or under. I do gifts as well. I mean, if someone gives me something I didn't pay for it, it's a gift. It qualifies, so sometimes you'll see that as well. Of course, every week I put up 3 movies plus the Cheetahs Choice that you guys get to vote on, and sometimes you guys vote. You guys surprise me. I put a lot of fun movies out, I think, but you guys always want to see what the Cheetah's watching. I admire that. I think I think you show great taste in seeing what a cheetah will watch. The cheetah, I can tell you right now, the cheetah will watch anything. So you never know what you're gonna get if you pick the Cheetah's Choice. But that's not what you picked. We got picked. We actually had a contest, and this is the movies I put up for this week. We had Dead Ant with Jake Busey. That got 8%. We had Pumpkinhead, the original Pumpkinhead for Lance Henriksen. 19%. 19. I actually thought that was going to win this week. I thought I put Pumpkinhead up there. People are going to want to see Pumpkinhead. Not so much. 19%. Cheetah's Choice. People wanted to see what the cheetah was watching more than they wanted to see Jake Busey or Lance Henriksen. We'll take that. 25%. But the big winner and the movie that we're watching is one that pretty much took half the vote all by itself, and that is 1995's Mortal Kombat. All right, so this is actually, I found this at the library for $1. It's a dollar bag sale. I have never watched this. I've watched the second one, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which I absolutely dug. That movie kicks ass. So this is the first movie. This movie was written and directed by Paul Anderson, who later went on to do, he did another video game franchise in the Evil Dead one. But this is the one he did before that, and so I'll tell you a little bit about it. Mortal Kombat is a video game that came out. This movie's based on 2 games. One game that came out in 1992 and one that came out in 1993. The movie itself came out in 1995. It was made for $20 million. It recovered $122 million around the world, and it was a bona fide hit. It also helped that it starred Christopher Lambert, who was really quite popular at the time, being that he had starred in Highlander and a few other movies, Tarzan, and he was quite popular at the time. Also, there's some other faces that were in there too. Maybe not quite so famous. If you think about it, at the time, Bridget Wilson was in it. She was pretty popular too. She plays Sonya Blade. She ended up marrying tennis player Pete Sampras and retiring from acting. She retired, and not too long after this, she did The House on Haunted Hill. That might have been her last movie, but yeah, she never looked back. She never came back, and but she was a lot of fun. Sonya Blade. Lyndon Ashby played Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage is a Hollywood superstar martial artist who wants to be taken seriously, so that's why he's entering this contest for. Well, Sonya Blade is a counter-terrorist expert, I guess, special forces, and she wants to get in there because one of the evildoers, Kano, killed her partner, so she wants revenge. Um, and then we had Robin Shao, who played Liu Kang, who's a former Shaolin monk, and he returns. He's done a few video games. He did this one. He did Mortal Kombat. Did Mortal Kombat 2, Annihilation, and he also starred in Street Fighter: The Legend of, I forget that. Well, he was in that movie too, Street Fighter, with Christian Crook and Neil McDonough. So, and yeah, he's the main hero here. And our bad guy, who always plays the bad guy and does it so well, is Kerry Haruki Tagawa. And the heroes have also a little bit of extra help from Talisa Soto. Talisa Soto and Tagawa actually appeared together in a James Bond movie, License to Kill. So, and of course, I mentioned Christopher Lambert. So the story is pretty basic for an origin story because this is supposed to be the start of a franchise. So you know how I feel about origin stories. You got to give them a little bit more leeway when you come out to talking about them. I mean, you can't come out there and crush them because they basically are being forced to. They're being forced to tell their origins. So the story what they can tell is sort of in a box. So that's what they've done. This movie's telling you about what the game is. It introduces some of the characters from the game, such as Scorpion and Sub-Zero and Goro. I'm not sure if Kano's in there. I'm sure he is. So you're basically forced to put these characters in there to let the fans know, hey, this is from the movie. I mean, this is from the video game. People you recognize. So I think they call it fan service now. So you have to give them something that they reckon can grab onto. Oh yeah, right. So the story itself is pretty basic. It has to be. Um, so Mortal Kombat is a martial arts tournament. Um, it's held like once every generation, and all these fighters from around the universe are brought in to fight. Um, if and if they have to fight to protect the world from the evil empire. Let's see. So it's representatives from Earth for this one and Outworld. So they have to fight, and whoever wins manages keeps their planet. But if any one side loses 10 or more matches in a row, 10 matches or more, then the other realm can come in and take over. Can breach the other worlds atmosphere and whatnot. Not that Earth is going to do that, but Outworld definitely would. So these fighters are handpicked to fight on behalf of Earth. Uh, Lord Raiden is there. He's Christopher Lambert. He's there to guide them, but he can't fight for them because this is Mortal Kombat. Only mortals can fight. And so he's not allowed to. And actually, neither is Tagawa, or so we think. But of course, there's always going to be loopholes, right? Um, so these fight for their own different reasons. As I mentioned, Liu Kang is fighting because his brother got killed by Tagawa. I keep on saying Tagawa. That's not his character's name. Song is the main bad guy. So Liu Kang's brother has been killed by Song, and so he wants revenge for that. Sonya Blade wants revenge against Kano for killing her partner, and of course Johnny Cage is there because he's cocky and arrogant, but inside he's insecure that no one will take him seriously. And they have another friend who's also fighting named Art Lean, and he's there to. We don't really know him because his character wasn't developed enough. He's just there, and Johnny and him are friends. That's all we know. So and of course then we have Princess Katana, who's played by Talisa Soto, and she is the rightful ruler of Outworld, but she decides to help the Earth warriors out. And that basically is it. They go through a scene of fights, different fights. You do see Sub Zero, you do see Scorpion. The Earth Warriors prevail, except for Art. He gets killed. Anytime a warrior is killed, Song is able to take their soul to increase his own power, and so that's you don't want to die by his hand. Uh, and so they do. They fight different arenas, different styles, different warriors, and and yeah, okay, okay. I'm gonna have mercy for this movie, because like I said, I loved Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and that is a far superior movie to this one. But it has reasons why. Um, One, because it has a beautiful, surprising turn of casting. They put James Remar in as Lord Raiden when Christopher Lambert was unable to come back, and he steals the movie. Uh, but as far as this movie goes, they're all good. For what it is, it's fun. I mean, it's not rocket science, but it's a fun movie for an origin film. The fighting scenes are pretty good. The sets are outstanding. The sets are that's the highlight of the movie. The sets are just crazy good. Um, the other Warriors, the CGI back then in 1995 was not nearly as good as it is today, and it does show that the CGI is not that good, but for when it aired, it was pretty good. It was good back in its day. It was pretty. I remember that. I remember people were really hyped up about the effects. So while they didn't necessarily hold up in today's standards, but for them, it was outstanding, cutting edge, and I'm happy with it. I think it went well. The performances were the performances honestly could have been a little bit better. I mean, you could definitely tell that the strong actors from the weak actors. Like um, Bridget Wilson and Lyndon Ashby were just a little bit better than Robin Shou. Robin Shou just didn't have that much experience by that time. Of course, the two main stars, Carrie, or actually I would say three, for definitely two, Tagawa and Christopher Lambert, they were the two best. Lambert's Lord Raiden was really cool. Yeah, he was a lot of fun, and he seemed to be having fun in the role as well. Uh, Direction was fine. Anderson told a story. He knows what he's dealing with. He knows he's dealing with the origin story, so he doesn't do anything really, really crazy. He just gets in there, gets the fights in there, and makes sure he puts the big characters from the game into it. And I will say this: the final fight between Sung and Liu Chang, it was pretty weak. That I wish it could have been stronger. That was anticlimactic. There were several fights during the big lead up that were much better than the final fight between those two, and that's probably the only thing that really was most disappointing was that big fight was not very big at all. Of course, those fans know that this movie definitely opened up the door for the sequel at the end of the movie. There comes Outer World. They want revenge, so they're coming, and then the heroes square off. Um, and if you watched more Mortal Kombat Annihilation, then you know the story from there. We might get to that. We might get to that. We'll see. So that's it for Mortal Kombat. This is a older release, so there's not a whole lot of special features on here, just languages and whatnot. Um, so, and you can probably get this. You should be able to get this on Amazon or eBay. Maybe it might be out of print. You might have to go to. I'm not sure if this has been released by Warner Brothers Archives, but if you go to Amazon and type in Warner Brothers Archives, this might be on the archives. All right, that's all I got for today. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and more importantly, leave a comment. Let me know what you said. You came by and say hi. And if you're new to Dollar Tree Theater, you can do it as well. If you have any questions about it, just let me know. Drop a comment. All right, we'll talk at you soon. Peace.